guys, we are of course back with another video. So a few months ago I made a video regarding the Seattle zombie woman situation, and that was sometime during October, I believe. Now since that video was uploaded, I've had a few people commenting on it in a nice way. They've been nice about it, saying that there's been an official police report regarding the situation. So I decided to do a bit of research on it. It took me forever to find it. I found it eventually with a simple YouTube search and scrolled down the results and found something of interest. Now the thing is with this police report actually came out months before I actually made the video regarding this situation. So we're gonna take a look through that today, and we're gonna go through it and just debunk the fuck out of the previous video. So yeah, here we go. It's an update on the Seattle zombie woman. So after editing the MD Pope video for a straight week, I thought I might take a few days off. So for the last 5 days I've just disappeared out of reality, no clipped into a bit of Dying Light 2. Yeah, I've been playing that since Friday. Pretty good. A lot of bugs that need to be fixed, but yeah, so far so good. But we're back, and I thought this would be a good time now to start off again with just a shorter one, and there's not really going to be much effort put into this one, to be honest. I'm just reading what I've got in front of me. Just a quick disclaimer there. This is just the official thing or the official wording from this police report. I'm going to be speaking in, obviously, it's basically by a guy known as, and I'll get the report up now, a man named David Jones, and I'm going to be speaking as if I am David Jones. So yeah, this is the official police report. It's not going to be the most interesting video in the world. Maybe I'll include a few police cars or something like that, stock footage, but we'll see. So this is it, the official police report. Here we are. On the 5th of the 5th, 2021, at about 12:35 hours, I, David Jones, number 8772, a fully uniformed Seattle police officer, driving a fully marked patrol vehicle as 2Q3, responded to 15 Avenue West and West Armour Street for an injury call for service. Dispatch broadcasted the call as female walking eastbound on West Barrett Street, has blood running down face and leg, screaming, limping, no weapons seen. Dispatch later updated that the subject was crawling on the ground. I ran emergency code to this call. Prior to arrival, I activated my body worn and ICV. This report is intended as a summary of the events. I have paraphrased conversations and do not include an exact sequencing of events. For any exact quotes or exact sequencing of events, I would refer the reader to my body worn camera, as it was recording at the time of this incident. So from this point on, David actually refers to the woman by name. However, in this police report officially it's actually blurred out, so we'll refer to the woman as Carol, shall we say. Upon arrival, I observed the subject, later identified as Carol. Carol was limping southbound on 15th Avenue. Carol was missing a shoe, was carrying a soiled stuffed animal, and appeared that she had soiled her pants. She was covered from head to toe in blood, had what appeared to be black soot and vomit on her face, black soot in her mouth and ears, and had a few strands of hair left on her head. Officer Weissmiller, number 8611, later informed me Carol was holding a clump of hair in her hand. It appeared that her hair had been either partially shaved off or had been torn out. When officers tried to initially contact Carol, she turned around and let out a guttural scream. She yelled out "no" multiple times and yelled at us to leave her alone. She appeared to be completely disoriented as to where she was, and didn't answer any questions. Carol refused to stop walking at the request of officers on the scene. Due to the apparent nature of her injuries and her disorientation, officers detained her for medical screening. Carol went into a fetal position on the ground before trying to leave again. Carol was restrained, and the Seattle Fire Department was called. While waiting for the SFD, I tried to ask Carol if she was okay. Carol just continued to scream and cry. Officers continued to inspect for injuries. On closer inspection, it appeared that the blood covering Carol was fake blood, and the soot on her face was makeup. She was wearing only jeans and a thin cut-off t-shirt with no bra on, exposing herself, which was abnormal for the time and day of usual attire. So at this point I'll just point out that obviously in the video I said that this could be a woman who has actually had her face ripped off, which clearly isn't the case, as now we've seen that it is indeed makeup and she wasn't physically harmed, as it was fake blood and makeup, of course. And 2, this of course wasn't a promotional stunt for anything like The Walking Dead. This was a genuinely mentally ill woman. So they're probably the main 2 points that I aimed to debunk, of course, that obviously she's not ripped her face off, and it wasn't ever a promotional stunt. It was a very, very ill woman. The SFD arrived on scene and assisted in medically screening her. SFD stated they did not detect any major injuries on Carol. The SFD stated that they agreed that the blood was abnormal and that there was makeup on her face. Carol said that she did not know where she was before this current time, could not provide her name, did not answer if she had eaten or drank anything today, and said that she did not remember if she was with anyone. It is undetermined at this time why Carol was covered in the material that she was covered in. While waiting for AMR, the most coherent responses that Carol gave to questions were that she did not want to go to the hospital and that she was going to die because they vaccinated me. Said she did not know who they were. Carol was admitted to Harborview Medical Center under the Involuntary Treatment Act due to being gravely disabled and was transported by AMR 212. Officers canvassed the surrounding area for more information about Carol's current condition. The only thing of note is that Carol can be seen leaving her apartment building, located at undisclosed location, at about 12:31 hours. Carol resides in apartment undisclosed. Officers knocked on the door, but there was no response. This incident was screened by Sergeant Geiser, number 5712. And there we have it. Now, I'm not sure why this took so long for me to find, personally. I mean, at the time I tried to do so much research on this thing, but all I could find was news articles and theories about this woman. And even when getting comments on this video, I was never referenced towards the video that was actually uploaded on another update from the 18th of August 2021. Now, this report was actually made on the same day, of course, and the incident happened on May the 5th, 2021, so that's, well, not a year, that's 9 months ago, isn't it, really? And on that same day, 2 hours after the incident, the report was made, but for some reason there were all sorts of, so many theories and stories going around about this woman that everything was overlooked, and this report, it just didn't seem to exist at the time of me looking for it and many other people looking for it. As we said, it was believed that she'd ripped her face off or something and that she was covered in her own blood. or that it was also a promotional stunt for a TV show. And both of those things were never, they weren't the case. They just weren't the case. Now, if there's one thing that this report doesn't disclose, it is, 1, was she on drugs? Who knows? 2, was she going through some kind of psychotic state? We don't know that either. We don't know what the actual reason is for her actions. Now, obviously she's mentally ill. That's no doubt on that. She is mentally ill, but yeah, we don't know whether this behaviour was caused by drug use or whether it was actually somebody who had got themselves into such a state that they'd had some kind of mental breakdown. And that's all I've really got to say about that. Hopefully that's cleared up a little bit more about that situation. I know it was obviously 9 or 10 months ago now since the actual situation happened, so we shouldn't really come back onto it, I suppose. I'm not keen on repeating things usually, but obviously because so many comments were put out that there was a police report, I just had to find it, and when I found it I thought, right, I really need to cover this and just clear everything and debunk everything about the video that I made regarding it. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you want, like, subscribe, and maybe click that little bell next to the subscribe button and get my latest updates. Pretty cool. Stay safe guys, and I'll see you in the next video.